Today I'll be bringing you along to EPCOT here at Walt Disney World for the third video in my EPCOT World Showcase series. In this series, I explore each of EPCOT's 11 World Showcase country pavilions in detail. And today for the third video, I will be covering the beloved and beautiful Japan Pavilion. My favorite thing about doing this series is that I learned a lot doing it because I put a lot of research into these. I love to bring you fun facts, hidden details. We look at the food, drinks, theming, just everything that I can fit into a YouTube video. I'm really excited to go and explore the Japan Pavilion with you. So if you're ready, let's go. Have you ever seen a more grand and miraculous entrance? I think EPCOT wins for that. Oh, last time I was here was Mickey and Minnie, and now it's Goofy and Pluto. We've got the best pups in all of Disneydom. Harmonious platform still chilling out there. Now, as much as I love a good stroll around the World Showcase, I highly recommend taking the friendship boats across if you have a specific destination, which I do, and it's right there. Here we go, board in the friendship boat. If you're already doing a lot of walking here at Disney World, taking a friendship boat can really save your feet. Plus, it's a fun and pretty ride.
Remain seated until the captain gives you the all clear.
Here we go. This friendship boat drops you off at the Morocco Pavilion, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Japan Pavilion. Here we are at the Japan Pavilion at EPCOT. Guests are welcomed by this torii gate. These gates are often found at Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples. They represent moving from the outside world to a sacred space. This dragon we see here is part of the Flower and Garden Festival that is going on right now during the spring of 2021. First fun fact of the day, you see the barnacles at the bottom of the pillars of the gate? Those were added by Imagineers to give this the feeling of being something ancient, sitting in the sea for many years. The torii gate is a very popular photo spot, especially with the addition of the Flower and Garden Dragon topiary. So make sure you get your picture taken here when you visit. Well, we're about to make our way in, but first make way for a princess cavalcade. Once you pass the torii gate and move into the pavilion, this 5-story pagoda is probably the first and most eye-catching thing that you will see. The 5 stories of the pagoda represent earth, water, fire, wind, and sky. It's inspired by an 8th century pagoda at Horyuji Temple in Nara. This entire pavilion is filled with both Buddhist and Shinto inspiration. Before the parks and pretty much a lot of the world closed in March of 2020, the taiko drummers used to perform right up here, greeting guests multiple times a day, every day. I was actually at their very last performance in March, the day before the parks closed, and it was very, very emotional. However, they are still active on Facebook and they do still perform locally, so I'll put the link in the description if you want to support them, which I recommend you do. The theming in this pavilion is beautiful and immaculate. It's filled with lanterns, trees, ponds, waterfalls, waterways. This koi pond is a crowd pleaser. Guests love to watch the koi and enjoy the soothing waterfall. As far as dining goes, here in the Japan Pavilion, there are many, many offerings. Some of them are seasonal, like the Hanami booth over there. That's part of Flower and Garden Festival. Every EPCOT festival features booths in the countries, and the Japan booth for any festival is usually my favorite. Right now, the Flower and Garden booth has the ever-popular frushi, shrimp and crab, soy-glazed pork shank, pineapple, sake, blood orange sour, and Sakura Zen Ale. The newest restaurant here in the EPCOT Pavilion barely even had a chance to be open. Takumi Te. It has not reopened since the parks reopened, so I've never had a chance to dine there, but I looked it up. It consists of a 9-course meal. It's $180 per person with a minimum of a party of 6 to dine here. I'll make it happen one day though, because I've just got to try it. On the second level are 2 restaurants that I have dined at and I really love. One of them is Tokyo Dining. It's got some sushi and delicious dishes. Tokyo Dining sadly also has not reopened yet since the parks have reopened. reopened. Hopefully it returns soon though. And then there's Teppan Edo, which is a sit-down restaurant, and they serve teppanyaki. They cook the food at your table. It's a whole performance. It's a lot of fun. I suspect that some restaurants haven't reopened yet due to staffing issues. So hopefully with time, as more and more cast members are recalled and cultural representatives start to return, more restaurants in EPCOT will reopen. I've mentioned this before in EPCOT videos, but it does bear repeating that EPCOT uses a cultural representative system whereby cast members are employed from other countries to work in the country that they are actually from. That program has been suspended since the parks closed and has not yet returned, but again, hopefully soon. There still are cast members from each respective country in the World Showcase. They're just not CP, part of the CP program. There's also the Garden House, which has specialty drinks, and I'll show you that a little bit later. To get up to Teppan Edo and Tokyo Dining, you're gonna go up these steep stairs. Ooh, they're steep. Now we're up on the second level, and we have a nice view of the pavilion. This balcony up here was the perfect spot to watch fireworks. Many a night I spent watching illuminations, reflections of Earth from up here after dining at Tokyo Dining. It's still a really great view though. But let me just show you inside really quickly. This pavilion is sponsored by Mitsukoshi, and I'll show you the department store downstairs too. We're gonna have a tour of that because it's amazing. This is the Tokyo Dining dinner area. Look at those views. They are beautiful. So many times I have sat in this dining room and had a wonderful dinner enjoying the view of EPCOT, and I look forward to those days returning. But I just want to show you the dining room. And then you make a left turn and you head into Teppan Edo, where I don't want to sort of disturb anyone, but I'll just really quickly take a quick peek. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I hear people cheering. There's like birthdays in here. The theming's so beautiful. There are windows and light coming in everywhere. It's just bright and fun and really, really good feeling. I've dined at both Tokyo Dining and Teppan Edo many, many times. I love them both, but I've actually never taken video footage for a vlog of dining there. I've taken like vertical cell phone footage, but not, you know, proper video. But I will definitely remedy that one day. I do feel like they each deserve their own full dedicated video. So that's how we're gonna do that. But don't worry, we are gonna eat today. Let's go outside into the beautiful day. I'm telling you, these stairs are steep. Might wanna like hold on to the edge here. We all know that Magic Kingdom has a castle, but did you know that EPCOT also has a castle? This pristine white and blue building is actually a fortress inspired by Himeji Castle. In order to reach the castle, you must pass through the gates, past 2 samurai warrior statues, a moat, and large doors, 2 sets of large doors. Now inside the castle lies our next destination. Each EPCOT World Showcase pavilion has a sort of a little mini museum with a representation of some aspect of that country's culture. Often these museums will have exhibits that change over time, but they usually last for several years. The exhibit here in Japan is the Kawaii cute culture, and it's been there since 2015. And now we'll enter the building. This is connected to the Mitsukoshi department store, but if you turn left, you're gonna go into Bijutsu-kan, a collection of Japanese arts. This is a rotating exhibit, but again, this one's been here for several years. Let's go inside and have a look. I haven't been in here for quite a while, actually. Kawaii, Japan's cute culture. I have so many photos of this melty-go-round Harajuku girl statue here in my phone, and it was installed here in 2015 with this exhibit. It's filled with little toys and colorful knickknacks. The meaning of Kawaii is that personal cosmos filled with the collection of things one madly loves, and that's from the artist Sebastian Masuda. Kawaii, it means cute. Rooted deep in Shinto traditions of simplicity and harmony, this culture of cuteness has swept up Japan in its warm embrace. This collection doesn't only feature modern items. There are some historic items in this exhibit talking about the root of cute, the ancient Shinto connections. There's a lot in here, and this exhibit could take up a nice chunk of time to admire. Since this was installed in 2015, I wonder how much of this has changed since then and what this exhibit would look like now if it were sort of updated. I do look at a lot of street fashion blogs, and it appears to me that things have changed since this exhibit was installed, but I haven't been there in person, so I can't say for sure. I still like Hello Kitty and all her cuteness. No shame. All right, let's go back out. Still so much more to see. I've collected one of these EPCOT cards for every pavilion we've done so far, so we're gonna collect our Japan card here. They all have a little sticker and some fun facts and some Disney facts and a cute illustration. These are fun to collect. These sculptures are exquisitely detailed, and they look that sort of green jade color. Well, all that looking around made me hungry, so I think I'm gonna bring you along to eat at Katsura Grill. This is the quick service dining here in the Japan Pavilion. I actually did not know that they had ramen here. I can't believe I've been missing out on that, but it's really warm today, so I think I'm gonna go for, I'm not sure yet. Let's go find out. The dining area up here is so pretty, and you have a beautiful view of the pagoda. I really like that this pavilion is multi-level, so when you're up there on that second level by Teppan Edo and Tokyo Dining, you're so high up, and even here we're going up 2 flights of stairs and we're getting a different view of things from up here. Everything is decorated so lovely. You can hear the water flowing everywhere. The flowing water moves from the front of the pavilion all the way through into the back. You see this red bridge over here. The outdoor dining area for Katsura Grill has these string lights and lanterns. On cold nights, they even add little warming fires. I'm just loving the different views that you can get. All the lush landscaping too. No detail was spared in this theming. I showed you the 2 sit-down restaurants. Well, there are actually 3, but the third is sort of a very, very special signature dining type of a thing. But I'm gonna bring you to eat at the quick service today because this is probably the easiest way to eat here, and I haven't done it for a long time, so let's try it out. As soon as I walked in, there's soothing music playing. It's very nice in here. And you can see the menu board visible up here. It's a simple menu with really good, tasty looking options. It's actually hard to decide because I like every single thing that they have up there. I went for the Tokyo sushi combo. This is 4 pieces of California roll and 3 pieces of nigiri, and I got an Asahi, my favorite beer. Super dry, they call it. There's something about it, like it's dry, but it's so delicious. It was a tough call because I do love ramen, and I'm looking at it and it actually looks good. There are only a few tables inside. I did not think I was gonna get one because they were all taken, but the moment that I finished and I was carrying my tray out, someone left, so I actually got a table inside. But there's a lot of outdoor seating. It's really hot out there, and it's really nice and soothing in here. I actually saw recently on like an etiquette video I was watching, because I'm just always planning my trip to Japan that hasn't happened yet, but will happen one day, and I saw that they said don't open your chopsticks this way. I don't know like how widespread or accurate this is, but to open them this way, because if you open them this way, you could risk like bumping into the people next to you. There's no one next to me right now, so. Also, I know some people rub them. Don't do that. You don't need to do that. Let's do it. That was a lovely experience. The sushi was a lot better than I expected. I was a little bit wary, but it was actually delicious and fresh tasting. And now, back out into the day. If you collect pressed pennies, every country has special pressed pennies. And this one has Japan, and it also has Duffy. It's pretty cool. The Mitsukoshi department store here in the Japan Pavilion is ridiculously popular, and for a reason. It is incredible. It has a vast array of unique and wonderful merchandise. Things you can't get anywhere else, or you can, but that may be tough to get other places. Rare and unique things. Hi. Whoop. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted by a squirrel. Okay, but yes, now we are going to take a tour of this store. Almost every time I walk through this store, I purchase something. Not always. Sometimes I walk through and I say, no, Jackie, not today, but usually I do. I got a really cool Hello Kitty 2021 calendar that I have in my house. I have like a notebook, a pen, one of those that you click down all the different colors. There's just so much cute stuff in there. It's But let's go take a tour of the store tour. Mitsukoshi department store is one of the oldest department stores in the world that is still in existence. Its headquarters in Tokyo. It has locations in New York City and all over the world. It opens and closes with the park. Actually, it looks like it opens 1 hour after the World Showcase opens. Good to know. Let's go inside. Oh, it's a mecca of cool things. Why did I go so high? They have Animal Crossing merch. Oh my goodness. Didn't see that last time I was here. Oh, these guys. Always trying to sell you something. Okay, this is like, we got an Animal Crossing takeover here and then mixed in with all sorts of everything. Never running from a real fight. There are so many different properties in here. We've got Mario, Animal Crossing, all of these different wonderful things all mixed together. And this big rainbow tree. And it's got ornaments dangling from the ceiling. I love cards, I love stickers, I love stationery, I love tea, I love kettles, I love every single thing. I will buy every notebook. Even though I mostly just use my computer, my iPhone, and digital books. I read like, you know, ebooks and use the notes in my phone, and I still buy it all. Stationery, pens, stickers. Why? Don't know. Too cute. Can't not. My dudes, these are erasers. These are erasers. This is a classic scene from the film Spirited Away. The character No Face, who is, I mean, this movie is just like, how dare you? How dare you be such a beautiful, wonderful movie? What gives you the right to be so amazing? This movie is just, I love it. It's one of my absolute favorites. And there are some prints here and then a little No Face. Is this a pouch? What is this? I don't normally just go touching things I'm not gonna buy, but I need to know what this is. It's just a pouch. I might actually need this, y'all. Dang it, I'm buying the No Face pouch. I can't possibly show you every single thing in this store because there is just so much, but trust me when I tell you, it's all wonderful. And I can't even tell you how many items I've purchased from this store over the years. In this area, they used to do a thing where you could pay and have a pearl opened for you. They would drum. It was a whole ceremony with them taking out a pearl for you out of the shell, and it was really fun, but it's all blocked off right now by these, and it's closed. There's no one back here. I don't know if they'll ever return, but right now these tanks were full of water. It was a whole experience, a whole thing, but I don't know. Hopefully that will return. Right now you can still do this at Universal Studios. They have a pearl thingy like this experience. I don't know why I can't think of the word for it, but you know what I'm saying. A pick a pearl thing. There's a wide variety of fans, really, really cute ones. I like the ones that sort of open up and fold out. This fan up here is modeled after the flag of Japan, and that red disc in the center is the sun, or meant to symbolize the sun. The handle of these umbrellas look like samurai sword hilts. There are some just over-the-top items in here. This says Princess Palace, and it's $500. Well, $499. What? Is that right? Yes. The dial rotates around and unveils one more magic motion wheel that spins on the hour. I'm gonna share with you a trick. Well, it's not really a trick, but you know, some people would probably call it a hack, but it's not really a hack. It's just a thing. It's a tool. I use Google Translate whenever I see writing on a piece of merchandise that I want to purchase. I want to make sure of what it says. I'm using one hand here, so this is a little tough. So I use camera, and so it says, I will be there, and then it says, I will make it. I will make a work. I will be there. I think it says I will make it. Like, you know, translation isn't perfect. And I will make it work. I will definitely have. It's never gonna be exactly perfect, so you kind of have to use common sense. So if this says like, I'll have it, like I'll take it, I'll make it, or anything of that nature, then that works for me. Because it's a bowl of ramen. There's a back room here full of kimonos. These are more specialty items, really, really beautiful items, and you're probably going to need assistance if you want to purchase any of these. I've always wanted to, but I just want to make sure I do it right and respectful and, you know, elegant hairstyle instructions. Look at these elegant hairstyle things. This section that says great value, I'm guessing has the items that are discounted or more affordable. So this one is $49.99. That's certainly more affordable than I expected. So I'm guessing these are the like lower priced kimonos. These I can't even see the prices for. Oh, here we go. So $179. That's kind of more what I was expecting, really. Many lovely items that you can purchase, including bonsai plants. And they even have a note here because you know that you can't sometimes travel with flora and fauna outside of the country or in certain areas. So they have a helpful note here to let you know. The back room of the shop is the marketplace, and it has tons of snacks, food, drinks, all sorts of delicious yummies, Japanese treats. I love these up here. They look vintage, those tins. I've tried a lot of these treats. I really, really like trying treats and snacks from all different places. I love when they just look so cool like this. Like, oh my gosh, they're like little mints but with like a stick on them. And then they have a bunch of mochi type of snacks here. Oh, they have like fancy Kit Kats. Bubbed as it is, reduced sugar. Easy to eat, 1 break plus. Don't know. What does this say? Tawana sweetness. Matcha. Oh, so it's matcha flavored. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. See, isn't that cool? You do kind of have to like use some common sense to figure it out, but it's helpful. Berry flavor, cranberry. Get rice crackers and udon noodles. The sake bar is closed. You can purchase bottles of sake. You can purchase things here, but in the past you could. It was a bar. It was a sake bar, and it was so much fun. But it's not open yet. Here's some different beverages that you can purchase though. So you'd have to buy it by the bottle.
I think even if it sits on my desk, I think that's.
I'm in line to purchase my No Face pouch. Purchase complete. Good service, however, note that you cannot use your Disney annual pass holder discount in this store. This store is honestly an event unto itself. It's a whole thing. I could easily spend hours in that store, but it's still a beautiful day. Fun fact, there were a few different attractions that were planned to be in this pavilion. Some of the ideas included a Mount Fuji roller coaster. The attraction that was actually supposed to be here was Meet the World, which existed at Tokyo Disneyland from 1983 to 2002. And even though the Meet the World show building was actually built here, there were some miscalculations in the construction and some issues with the support beams, so now apparently it's being used for storage and rehearsals. It would be really cool if one day they did decide to bring a ride to this pavilion. I wanted to bring you back to the back area of the pavilion and show you some more of the waterways and gardens. Bridges are symbolic in many cultures of passing over from one stage of life to the next, from one stage of the sacred to the profane, from one type of world to the next. Waterfalls are always beautiful and soothing. There's a back corner table that gives you a view of this statue. There are multiple bridges in this pavilion and little areas that are kind of out of the way that you'll only find if you take the time to stop and look. This tour of the Japan Pavilion would not be complete without trying at least one specialty drink. So, the next place I'm going to take you is back to the garden house as promised. I hopped into line here at the garden house. They have sake, they have specialty drinks, they have different seasonal drinks sometimes that rotate, so we'll see what they have. It's almost my turn. Hello, it's my turn. Woo! Okay, so there's the 3 cocktails here: Violet Sake, Tokyo Sunset, Sparkling Dragon. Sparkling Dragon is the seasonal, right? I feel like the violet is very delicious, right?
My personal favorite.
Okay, a violet sake, please. Thank you, sir. You can also get sake shots here, but I went for the violet sake cocktail. It's really delicious and it's really pretty. So let's find a place to drink it. It's closing in on 7 p.m. I've been in this pavilion pretty much the entire day now, and it's getting more and more crowded. But I managed to find a spot to enjoy the violet sake. It's really good. It's really sugary and kind of syrupy. It hardly tastes like sake at all. It just tastes like some kind of a like sugary purple juice. But it's good. It's cold, it's filled with ice, and it's nice on a warm day. Something different. Part of the flower and garden display here includes these bonsai trees. This one is 7 years old, that one is 30 years old. The Shishinden, the Great Hall of Ceremonies, or Shishinden, inspired this elegant structure. Originally part of the Gosho Imperial Palace in Kyoto, the Shishinden was built in 794. It is said to be one of the first true styles of Japanese architecture. Behold. And I think that's the perfect way to wrap up a really fun day exploring the Japan Pavilion here in EPCOT's World Showcase. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there are 11 countries represented here in EPCOT's World Showcase. And this video is the 3rd in the series, so there are still 8 more to go. This series will happen over time, of course, mixed in with my other videos. If you're a regular viewer, you'll know that I like to mix things up. I like to do Disney World, Universal, but also a lot of cool and unique places here in Orlando and Central Florida, even South Florida, all around the state, and also on travels to other states here in the USA and also internationally. If you've only recently joined, you may not be aware that I've done some trips to the United Kingdom, to Canada, and I have a lot of fun travel vlogs up on the channel too. You can find those by going into the playlist tab and looking for the travel vlog playlist. But whether you're here for Disney, Universal, theme parks all over the world, travel, cool unique things, restaurants, whatever it is, there's always going to be a fun variety of things here, because the purpose of this channel is to share the things that I am enthused about with all of you, spread that enthusiasm, fun, and positivity, and basically bring you along so that you are here with me doing these fun things. Whether it's for tips because you plan to visit these places one day, or just to bring you some magic in between your visits, or just bring you along for the fun, whatever the case may be. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this. Sometimes my videos are a planned situation like today. Sometimes they're just go with the flow. Basically, I just like to bring you a wide variety of fun here. I am an avid believer that you could spend a whole day in each pavilion if you really poured over every detail. Of course, that's probably not a realistic way to spend a vacation, but since I'm here, I can do it for you, and then you can pick and choose your favorites of the things I show you to do when you're here. Speaking of which, let me know what was your favorite thing that I tried today. And again, I will be back to do the upstairs dining as their own dining videos, because they're a full experience on their own and they deserve their own treatment. So look forward to that in the future, and look forward to a lot of fun, because there's so much fun coming up, so many cool things. So yeah, please stay tuned, and if you're new here and you enjoyed this, please subscribe to join in all the future fun. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. I am sending you all so much love. I'll see you for the next video, and until then, as always, stay enthused. Bye!
Hope you have enjoyed this Taiko drum performance by Matsuriza. Arigato gozaimashita. We hope you have enjoyed this this taiko drum performance by Matsuriza. Until next time, sayonara.
Here we go.